In this next video, we're going to be talking about the next property on the list for our user form, and that property is going to be the picture property. The picture property is going to allow you to set a picture to the background of your user form, and any control that you have on top is simply going to be over your picture. You won't be able to see the picture through there unless that control has a transparent attribute. Not necessarily a transparent attribute, but a background attribute that lets you select a transparent option. And I'll give you an example right now. The first thing that we're going to do though is select the user form, and with the user form highlighted, and in your properties make sure it says user form where my mouse currently is, and go on and select your picture. Many picture files are accepted, including JPEG, BMP, and GIF. The one that I'm going to select is just a JPG file that came with Windows. Now this file, whenever you open it, for those of you that have Windows 7 or later, I'm pretty sure this file is included. This file is very large, and by default the user form is only centering the image to the center of my user form. So if I was to stretch out my user form, it's only going to be showing me the center of the picture. Should clarify that it's centering the picture, the middle of the picture, towards the center of the user form. And we can modify those properties using picture alignment and picture size mode. The one that I'm going to use in this case is picture size mode. I'm going to select that option. The one that I'm going to do is picture size mode stretch. So it's going to stretch the picture to the size of my user form. So I'm going to go on and select that. So if I was to make my user form extremely small, the picture is going to get extremely small. The only challenge here is that you want to keep in mind your aspect ratio of the picture. So if your picture is extremely wide and not very tall, you want to make sure that your user form has a somewhat relative aspect ratio to the picture that you have inside the user form. But go ahead and modify your picture alignment, picture size mode, and picture to your likings. What I wanted to show you guys, as promised, is how you can work with a control that is transparent. So if I was to draw a command button is not transparent. There aren't any kind of properties that we can change. Actually, I overlooked this. Under back style, you can change this out to transparent, so you have a transparent command button. But of course I'm going to want to change the color of my font. I would probably want to change that to maybe like a white color, and not use any kind of system colors, because the system colors will never be consistent because your user may have a different Windows theme than you. So when choosing the for color, it's probably going to be a better idea to use the actual palette itself, so it's a fixed color. But this is what I wanted to explain, is that there are several controls that offer a transparent property. The other one that I was going to mention is like the label property. Whenever you draw a label on your user form, by default you have the gray background or whatever menu background that you have on your Windows theme. But under back style, you can just modify that out to be transparent. That way it will blend in perfectly with the background that you have set up.